Welcome back to The Legal Edge, your go-to channel for all things law-related. In today's episode, we're diving into the fascinating world of the UK Constitution. From the House of Commons to the Cabinet system, we'll explore the key features and institutions that shape the legal framework of the United Kingdom. So, let's get started. House of Commons. The House of Commons serves as the lower chamber of the UK Parliament, representing the interests of the public. It consists of elected members of Parliament, MPs, who are chosen through general elections. The House of Commons plays a vital role in debating and passing laws, scrutinising the government's actions, and holding it accountable. The Cabinet system. Under the British Constitution, the Cabinet system forms the executive branch of the government. Comprising senior government ministers, including the Prime Minister, the Cabinet is responsible for making key policy decisions, advising the monarch, formulating government policies, and overseeing the implementation of laws and regulations. British Constitution. Now, let's explore the silent features of the British Constitution that make it unique. 1. Unwritten Constitution. Unlike many other countries, the UK does not have a single, codified constitution. Instead, its constitutional principles and laws are derived from a combination of statutes, common law, conventions, and authoritative documents. 2. Parliamentary sovereignty. The UK Parliament is considered the supreme legislative authority, and its laws override any other legal sources or institutions. 3. Constitutional monarchy. The UK embraces a constitutional monarchy, where the monarch's powers are largely ceremonial and symbolic, while political power is vested in elected representatives. 4. Rule of law. The principle of the rule of law ensures that everyone, including the government, is subject to and governed by the law. 5. Flexibility. The British Constitution is flexible and can be amended or changed through the legislative process, allowing for adaptations to the evolving needs and circumstances of the country. Powers of the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister of England holds significant powers within the British Constitution. Let's take a closer look at some of these powers. Head of Government. The Prime Minister serves as the leader of the government and exercises executive authority. Appointment of Ministers. The Prime Minister appoints and dismisses government ministers, forming the Cabinet. Policy formulation. The Prime Minister plays a crucial role in formulating government policies and making key decisions. Representation. The Prime Minister represents the country both domestically and internationally, interacting with world leaders and safeguarding the UK's interests. Explaining the House of Lords. Moving on to the upper chamber of the UK Parliament, we have the House of Lords. It consists of appointed members, including life peers, bishops, and hereditary peers. The House of Lords primarily serves as a revising and scrutinising body, reviewing legislation proposed by the House of Commons, providing expertise, and proposing amendments. However, its powers are limited compared to the House of Commons, and it cannot veto or block legislation. Judicial system of England. The judicial system of England is based on the common law tradition, featuring an independent judiciary responsible for interpreting and applying the law. With various levels of courts, including the highest court of appeal known as the Supreme Court, judges are appointed based on their expertise and experience. They ensure the administration of justice by interpreting statutes, deciding legal disputes, and upholding the rule of law. Parliamentary sovereign. Parliamentary sovereignty is a fundamental principle within the British Constitution. It signifies that the UK Parliament holds the ultimate authority to make and change laws. This means that Parliament's laws cannot be overridden or invalidated by any other authority, including the executive or judiciary. It serves as a cornerstone of the UK's constitutional framework, ensuring that the elected representatives have the power to shape the legal landscape of the country. The concept of the Crown in the United Kingdom. Now, let's discuss the concept of the Crown within the United Kingdom. The Crown refers to the monarch, who is the head of state. The monarch has both duties and privileges within the constitutional framework. Duties. the monarch carries out ceremonial and representational duties, such as opening and closing sessions of Parliament, granting royal assent to legislation, and representing the country on state visits. Privileges. The monarch enjoys certain privileges, including immunity from legal proceedings and the ability to advise, warn, and consult with the government. House of Lords is the upper chamber. When we refer to the upper chamber in the British Constitution, we are talking about the House of Lords. Composed of appointed members, including life peers, bishops, and hereditary peers, the House of Lords serves as a revising body. It reviews and revises legislation proposed by the House of Commons, providing expertise and contributing to the legislative process. However, it's important to note that its powers are limited, and it cannot veto or block legislation passed by the House of Commons. The House of Lords also serves as a forum for debate, discussing important national issues and contributing to the legislative process. The House of Commons is the lower chamber. Finally, let's shed some light on the lower chamber of the UK Parliament, which is the House of Commons. Comprised of elected members of Parliament, MPs, chosen through general elections, the House of Commons holds significant responsibility. Making and passing laws. The House of Commons has the primary responsibility for making and passing laws, shaping the legal framework of the country. Representing the interests of the people, MPs in the House of Commons represent the interests of their constituents, voicing their concerns and advocating for their needs. Holding the government accountable, the House of Commons scrutinizes the actions of the government, ensuring transparency, and holding it accountable for its decisions and policies. Initiating legislation. It is in the House of Commons where most legislation originates, as MPs formulate policies and introduce bills that shape the future of the United Kingdom. And there you have it, the intricacies of the UK Constitution. From the House of Commons to the Cabinet system, the silent features to the powers of the Prime Minister, and the roles of the House of Lords and the judicial system, this comprehensive overview gives you a solid understanding of the legal framework that governs the United Kingdom. Remember, knowledge of the Constitution is crucial for comprehending the functioning of a nation's legal system. Stay tuned for more episodes where we delve deeper into the legal world on the legal edge. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.